So, coming up today for a second time. In this Facebook Live, I'm gonna talk about the messages that I have received for this upcoming full moon in Aquarius, and it's gonna happen on 24th of July at 2:37 a.m. Universal Time. So first, I actually want to share with you my dreams. I was actually dreaming today about Atlantis and about my lifetime there, which was pretty interesting, and I was receiving a lot of blessing teachings, and yeah, just from that dream and meeting with my guides. Which actually this year a lot has been coming up for me, and also I know for other people, a lot with Atlantis times, Lemurian times, and I feel like it's a whole, it's actually the same timelines with similar experiences: Lemurian time, Atlantis time, Egyptian time, Mayans, like really highly evolved cultures, and with this deep connection with themselves and their souls, and all the issues that happen there. Why am I mentioning this? It's because with this full moon, you have the portal open up for you to remember and reconnect with your gifts from your past lifetimes. So really just claiming what is actually already yours, and just remembering and integrating and stepping into that. So what was actually the biggest message of my dreams was love, okay, and completely different experience of love on higher level, really like unconditional love. And I was surprised in my dreams that I can love so much, and that I can love so many different people, things, just everything with such passion and depth. And yeah, it was actually, and really this gentle, loving, I don't know even how to describe it way. So really powerful teaching to the dreams, which is my kind of learning. It is the most closest thing for me. So yeah, this is a portal for you to remember. And those cultures, I want to also mention Persian culture here. Let me see if something else is coming up. But yeah, those cultures, those times, those gifts, and not just that, really reconnecting with your soul gifts and with your purpose and mission. I want to mention here also the new moon that we had in Aquarius this year, and it was in February. And for me, it was a good review to go back, and this is actually where I started sharing, not just with my clients, but really publicly, where I was guided to share toning and light language. And I started actually in February was the first event that I published on Facebook, which was actually about that. So it was just like an interesting, and it was like about stability, and I was also going through the meditations that we had, and it was like interesting review what I was like guided to share, what was going on for me personally, like looking into those aspects. And I'm mentioning that because I believe that many of you are also having your journals, and you can see what you have planted there around that time. Okay, the new moon in Aquarius was on 11th of February. If somebody else wants to do a review, because this is like from the new moon in Aquarius, what you have planted the seeds and what you are receiving now, and it's actually coming to completion. So yeah, That's one thing. And also, it's a good time for fruition. It's a good time. So, like what you were planting now is um, time for fruition. But also, really good time for new ideas, new ways, forms. Really, time for birthing. Okay. And yeah, another thing is like really how can we make this earth a better place? Okay, how can I participate? Um, it is a good time for a balance on all the levels, on your mental, emotional, physical, spiritual level. Okay, having this intention, really powerful to do this right now and to set this intention, and also balance on all the layers, levels, words, realms, dimensions, everywhere you are working in this galaxy, in this universe, yeah, like everywhere you're working on whichever level, in whichever way. And like I said, a good time to remember, reconnect with ancient knowledge and wisdom, opening up to that. This is open up. It's just for us to have this reminder and to maybe dedicate a meditation to that, do something in that direction. Okay? It is also a really good time for dreaming, okay? Being a conscious dreamer, dreaming about the dream that you want to live, what kind of life you want to live, what do you want to create, how do you want this urge to continue, okay? Let us focus on the positive, okay? And putting positive thoughts, positive energy out there with this powerful full moon, okay? The questions that came up were why are you not sharing your gifts? Looking into that. Why are you not living your purpose and your mission? What is stopping you? Okay. Uh, why are you not living your life the way you want to and being who you are completely, fully yourself? Okay. And another question, what is stopping you? What beliefs, illusions that you might be having, limitations, fears, old wounds, pain and insecurities, and there can be more, right? There always can be more. So yes, when we are talking about Aquarius, it's connection also with emotions, okay, with water, okay. We are 70% water. How are we being? How were we programmed? Okay, knowing that we can reprogram our life, okay. Really clearing our inner waters, water emotions, okay. Are are we emotionally in balance? What kind of emotions are coming up? Okay, what are the stored emotions in our body that are stopping us to live fully, to enjoy this life, to be happy, to be who we are? Okay. Um, Also a potential for everything about emotions, yeah, for understanding your feelings, and freeing yourself from everything that you are holding inside, all kinds of emotions, okay. And of course, we were guided to talk about anger in today's Facebook live. I was not talking and announcing that I'm going to be talking about that, but we were talking about anger, and it was an interesting concept that went through how can you face emotions and not fight but do things differently. So I encourage you to watch it if you feel guided to, of course. Okay, so letting go of fear, anger, and jealousy. Jealousy is comparing yourself with other people, comparing your pet with other people, not knowing that you are unique, not knowing that you have unique pet and unique gifts and talents. And everything that is happening for you, everyone that is entering into your life is entering for a reason, for you to grow, for you to develop your gifts. Okay, what could be coming up with this full moon are also the biggest challenges that you haven't completely resolved and dissolved yet, and need to come to balance. Okay, so with the biggest challenges come the biggest gifts and talents as well. So it is a potential for coming into completion and actually declaring, claiming the gifts of your lifetime. So for example, some healing samskaras, the gifts that you, not gifts, the wounds and patterns that you have been repeating maybe for lifetimes, dissolving that. Okay, so what would I say, and what I would recommend, and what was guided for me to share, was to have perseverance. Okay, to just go for further, to just face whatever is coming up to the surface, to not be afraid, to having this awareness that it is coming up for a reason, to be healed, to be transformed, so you can step more fully into your power, so you can be more fully who you are. And here also a reminder that the power is in your hands, that you can do whatever you set your mind to. Okay, another thing, discipline. Okay, sometimes with the lessons, and here I would also say healthy routine, when we are going through deep emotions, through deep wounds, this is the most when we need support, and we need to give ourselves things to comfort, to heal, to support the healing of those emotions and things that are coming to the surface, that we have stored inside from the past. Knowing also, it is like a double message, I'm gonna repeat it again, that you can do whatever you want. Sometimes we have to put a little bit more energy into it, but just whatever you're having bigger challenges, and you feel it in your heart that this is your path, that you are sticking to it. Okay, that you are not allowing other people, situations make you doubt, being insecure. Okay, looking in all the insecurities and doubts as well. Okay, so you can free yourself. Looking into the judgment, where are you judging yourself, where are you judging other people. Okay, knowing that every path is unique, that you are unique, and that we cannot understand each other if we haven't gone through the same things, and if we haven't been in their shoes. And another thing with a lot of emotional stuff, knowing that when we are emotional, that we can be completely rational, that we can exaggerate, that we can go into different extremes, into different, maybe even scenario stories, having black humor about it. Looking on it, to it with lightness. Okay, and learning how to have fun or lighten up the energy where and when is the hardest. Okay, if you're gonna find yourself in that kind of situation, use all your knowledge to move energy, because emotions are energy in motion. And if you want to look deeper into that, we had Facebook Live only about that. How can you support yourself with emotional healing? Okay, I think it's called Emotional Body, the Facebook Live, and I can put the link in the comments of this video. So on one side, we are having the potential of deep healing with this full moon, and on the other side, and I told you all the aspects, what is it connected with. Okay, And let me put out the reminders. Having perseverance, having humor, letting go of judgment, and having sticking to routine and to being disciplined when it comes to ourselves. Okay? And on the other side, we have a potential to step deeper into love, okay, and also to really open up more in our heart, accept all that was, find and remember our gifts and talents, what we were talking about in the beginning of this video. Seeing the bigger picture is that we can see why we came here on earth, how and in which way we can serve with our talents and gifts, and also the feeling of gratitude for everything that we have, for everything that we are, for all the experiences that we had, because those experiences shaped us in the person that we are today. Also the most challenging ones, and being proud of ourselves. Okay, so I want to play with cards like we usually do as well, and I'm gonna also pull some cards for this full moon in Aquarius. I'm gonna use the Starseed Oracle deck. I remember. It is just a reminder of what I said. Remembering who you are, your soul plan, the fated life, and the destiny life. What is your destiny? Okay. Deep cellular healing. Okay. Really changing on a cellular level, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. So clear what we were also saying in the beginning, cleansing, purification of our inner waters. Everything connected with emotions, everything connected with your crystalline body, everything connected with the programming, what I said also in the beginning, and reprogramming and the memories that we are holding in ourselves, letting go of all that, everything connected with the imprints. So really clearing, healing, purification on a cellular level. Empathic starseed, okay? This can mean that you are going to be really sensitive around this moon. Of course, we can feel it already. For me, I start feeling it 3 days before, 3 days, and also I feel it 3 days after. Energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So yeah, an important thing is having boundaries, having discernment, knowing who you are, and also seeing and recognizing if we took something on ourselves. Why did we do that? Why did we do that? What is behind this? So why do we have the need to take everything on ourselves? Why are we putting this pressure, and why are we, what would I say here, like, why are we taking all the responsibility on ourselves? Why are we taking responsibility for how is somebody else feeling in your presence? Okay, so by staying grounded, with having this portal open up, what I was explaining in the beginning, it's important to stay grounded. I would really suggest that you go to nature, that you are by the ocean if you have an option, or a sea, that you are by water, waterfall, lake, whatever is connected with that. I would any kind of water that you are guided to visit. Okay, meditating there, receiving messages, healing from water spirits. Okay, one more. Earthed, another confirmation for staying grounded. And this card is also for you to knowing actually how it is human. What I would mention here, I was just doing healing for somebody here in Bali connected with this, and how, for example, for all the star seeds and for the people that are really connected with other worlds, how it's for them important to actually learn how to be human, how to enjoy this human life. And what was really interesting for me when I was doing healing for this elderly guy, I could see this disconnection from himself, from his power, and from his body. Okay, and this disconnection from the body is many times coming from this conflict between you as a body, as a human being, and conflict between human self and your soul. Okay, and having these memories, having these abilities, and knowing you have them, but not knowing how to integrate them and use them with this body, okay, that you are having. So yeah, that felt important for me to share here, and I'm sure that many of you can resonate with that. And yes, let's have some more cards. These both card decks are from Rebecca Campbell, and I'm gonna use also the Work Your Light Oracle deck. So let's see what comes up with this deck for this full moon. Okay. Transformation. So really a huge opportunity for you to transform, dissolve, change, let go of everything that is not serving you, okay? And transforming it into love, what we were talking about in the beginning, and light. Crumbling, that's so perfect, because what we were talking about on one side, crumbling, and of course what is necessary with crumbling is also transformation. But on the other side, we have so many gifts and blessings waiting for us to receive them. Okay, so it's not for us to fight this process, but really to give in to this process and to trusting in ourselves and in our abilities, in our intuition in this time. I love this one. The ever unfolding rose, which is actually about opening up your heart. Cracking open, it's happening for you, not to you. Okay, I think that's it. I'm gonna stop here. And yes, I really suggest you also to watch our latest Facebook Live that I just recorded today. Which was about understanding and transforming anger and distraction. And it completely surprised me, because I was talking about things that I was thinking that I'm gonna share knowledge about completely different things, but it was guided in a completely other way. And I suggest you to look into that, because this full moon is also about those dissolving those emotions, about healing, releasing, transforming those emotions, anger, fears, jealousy, and lower vibrational emotions. So yes, that's it, what I wanted to share for this full moon in Aquarius. I really suggest you to do the review from the new moon in Aquarius, which happened on 11th of February. to see everything that you have accomplished in this time, and that you are proud of yourself for everything that you are doing. So that's it. I am wishing you all the best, and I see you guys soon. Bye bye.